Hi there everybody, and welcome to part 2 of my little mini album tutorial. So we've got to a point where we had made our pages. So if you look back at part 1, you will see how we created this portion. So now I'm going to show you how to make your outside cover and get it all nice and decorated. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to one side there. So this is my little book. So as we said, this is a 3x3 project. So for this one, I'm going to use Seaside Spray cardstock. So Seaside Spray is in the sort of background of this paper. Just a nice little offset to it. Okay, so this piece measures 7 inches by 3 1/4. So we're going to have a little bit of a lip around each of our covers, the front and the back, and we've got a 1/2 inch spine there. So the score lines will be at 3 1/4 and 3 3/4 to make our spine like that. Okay, so we want to round the corners because that just looks nice. So I'm going to bring in the detailed trio. I'm going to get that lined up in the punch and do those outer corners. Oops. Like so. So that already looks beautiful. Okay, and that will fit nice and snugly around our pages. Okay, and then to decorate, okay, I'm going to use a piece of Rococo Rose. So this is 3 1/8 of an inch square, and then I've got the same designer series paper that we've used. So we ended up with because we used 6 pieces to make our pages, so I was left with 1/2 a sheet of the 12x12 paper. So I cut that down to another 3 inch square. Okay, so to match with the rest of it, we're going to round off 2 of the corners. With that same punch. Just make sure you get it touching the little guide pieces there. Okay, and we can actually glue that down now. So just like I do with anything else, just leaving that nice border, getting my 3 sides lined up, and hopefully the rest sorts itself out. Super. Same with this portion. I'm going to put plenty on, only because it's a kinetic thing, so we don't want it falling apart on us. So again, I'm going to line that up on that front cover. Like so. Okay, so that's going to be our front, which means this is the back, and the that's not going to have anything stuck to it. So I put a piece of white cardstock in there, and it also serves as a place to write a message if you're making this for somebody. So we're going to put that into the back, but before we do, we need to put in our ribbon. We're going to tie our ribbon through the back of there as well. Okay. Right, ribbon. I'm going to bring in the Flowers for Every Season ribbon, and I'm going to make it about 3 times the width of that. All that should do. Okay, so you want enough to sort of go across it and then be able to tie it at the end. Okay, of course, pick whatever you like in terms of your ribbon. I just thought this would be nice. It's neutral and it's reasonably thick but soft, so it will be nice and strong. Just going to find the midpoint on that. Okay, which is just there, and I'm just going to put I was going to put it on the spine and then I realised I don't want to put it on the spine. So it's going to be thereabouts. So I'm going to use my grid paper to get that in the middle, or thereabouts. And just a bit of tape on that side to keep it in place just for a bit while we get the rest of it sorted out. So now we're going to put this inside the back cover to cover that up. So I'm going to put plenty of this Stampin' Seal on. If you've got Stampin' Seal Plus, even better, because that's even stronger. And again, I'm just lining that up on the inside cover, like so. Okay, so now we've got the broad basis of our cover. Okay, and our pages are going to stick down on the inside of this one. Okay, so this is your point to work out if you've got a side you prefer or one that fits better or anything like that. But I think that looks okay. I think I might go with this one. Not sure I have a particular reason why. I'm going to use wet glue for this though. Okay, so I'm just going to get a fair bit of glue on there. Tombow is really strong, but like I say, this is going to be a point of you know, it's going to be moving around a lot basically, so we want to make sure that it's going to be in place. So I'm just manoeuvring that so I can see where that crease is, if that helps at all. And then if you unfold it, you've got a clearer line of sight on your edges, so your corners will just come into that little rounded portion there. So that's going to take just a little bit to set, obviously. It's wet glue, but you're starting to see how this is going to come together. Okay, so I'm just going to put one of my blocks across that, maybe two, just to put that, give that a chance to set, and that will give us a time to do some of our other decorative bits. So I've got the small bloom punch here that we can punch out 3 little flowers from, okay, because 3's are nice. We also want to use my sprig punch, and the green in this paper, we've got old olive and we've got soft sea foam, so I'm going to use some soft sea foam because I like it. Love it. Lovely soft green to cut out a couple of these sprigs. Okay, beautiful. Let's put that to one side. Okay, so we've got that. And we're also going to use some Seaside spray and our double oval punch, okay, to cut out a scalloped, oh well, it's not a scallop, it's like a, I don't know, I want to call it a decollage maybe, okay. And then I've got a stamp from Dragonfly Garden, You're an Inspiration. Of course, pick a sentiment that's appropriate for your gift or occasion that you're making your particular project for. And I'm going to bring in the Rococo Rose ink. Again, it's all the colours that are in the paper, just bringing that through. I think the only thing I haven't used is Old Olive and Petal Pink. Actually, there's Petal Pink in there. So going to get that stamped there, and we're going to use the double oval punch again to stamp punch that out. And it just fits. There we are. And I've got a bonus white one for another project. So I think we've got everything we need now to finish decorating our front cover, and hopefully that's nice and stuck down. Brilliant. Okay. Right. So again, a bit of stamp and seal to layer our sentiment. And the other bits I'm going to now do with some wet glue because it's nice and strong. Don't want tons. Partly because I don't want it to squish out, and because it is really strong and it will dry quicker if we don't use too much. So I'm just going to get that where I want it. Okay. I think I will tuck in my little sprigs in there. Now I'm not sticking these down fully because I quite like a little bit of dimension on it, but if it was something that you thought someone was going to carry in their handbag, you know, with pictures of their kid in or something like that, you might want to keep the decoration a little bit more flat so it doesn't catch on things when it's coming in and out of a bag or something. I did have a thought that I could make with the remaining DSP. You do get a full sort of 6x6 portion left over, which would probably be sufficient to make the lid of a small box to put this in. So these are going to take a little bit just to set. I'll just hold those down just for a couple of seconds. Okay, and then we want some rhinestones, and I take your pick tool to add to those little centres. Could colour those with markers to coordinate with your colours if you wanted to. But I think just some sort of diamond sparkle is nice. And there we have it. That's the outside done. Okay. All happy with that? Cool. So your other options now are to make some tags for the inside. We've got all sorts of punches, tag topper punches now. We've got the fancy, the decorative and the scalloped top. So loads of different punches that we can use to make our little tags to go inside. And if I just do I'm going to do 2.5 inch high, and I'm going to cut these to 2 inches wide, because that's what fits the punch. Ooh, that's not 2 inches, is it? That's 3 inches. Silly. Must have been thinking about the the other part of the project. Oh, can't pick them up now. So we can use any one of these tag toppers. So there's that one. Oh, this one does 3 sizes, so I could do little skinny ones in that design as well. And then just round the corners with the trio, detailed trio, and there you have some tags that you can then put inside your little album like that. Okay, and obviously you can add twine and ribbon and all sorts to those. Okay, and then just tie it up